Because together, we can bring back anything. Even me.
Here are 3 possible endings for Stranger Things Season 5. The first one is probably the most popular prediction going into the final season, and that's Eleven sacrificing herself to close the Upside Down or to kill Vecna and save Hawkins. I do feel this is a possibility, but I feel like it's also too predictable, and I don't think they want to kill off Eleven, so I'm gonna say this is not gonna happen, but it's definitely the most popular talked about ending, in my opinion. The second option is that Will Byers helps Eleven defeat Vecna and the Mind Flayer or whoever Vecna has on his army with his powers, whether that's like bringing this dragon to life or controlling the dragon or fighting the dragon, and Will Byers and Eleven team up with all the other people and take down the big bad villain at the end and save the day. And in this scenario, the people who would die would be like Steve or, other side characters, not Eleven or Will. And the last possible option that I don't think is gonna happen, but is a possibility, I guess, everyone dies, and every single person that we know and love sacrifices themselves to save the world, and that's why there's not going to be any spin-offs or continuation of this current story, and all the character storylines end at the end of season 5, which would suck, but I'm just throwing it out there. Obviously, there's other possible endings, so if you guys have any of your own, let me know in the comments. I'd love to read them. And if you guys want more Stranger Things content,
Stranger Things Season 5 comes out next year, and it's time for some theories and predictions. It's starting off with something that we all don't want to admit is going to happen, but it's going to happen, and that's characters dying. I'm going to be completely honest, I'm 50-50 with Will Byers. Part of me thinks and hopes he just gets a happy ending because he's been tortured throughout the whole show, but part of me thinks he ain't getting that. He's escaped the Upside Down before, he's evaded the Mind Flayer, he's had it coming for a long time, and it makes sense for the story if he does go. Hopefully not. Next up, we got my glorious King Steve Harrington, and to be honest, maybe this is a hot take, I'm not sure how the community feels about this, but I feel like he's going to sacrifice himself to save the children. Well, they're not children anymore, but you get what I mean. If done well, it would make perfect sense for his character, it would be a fitting conclusion, and I kind of hope they do it. Okay, so the last character I think is going to perish this season is Eleven. She is the protagonist of the show, she is the hero, and I think she's going to get it. Remember the scene from the first season when Elle finally defeats the Demogorgon, but in turn sacrifices herself? Well, that's what we thought at the time. Yeah, I feel like a similar scene will happen where she's got the final villain up like that, and she defeats him, but in turn she sacrifices herself. That would be fitting, it would make sense, and I would be satisfied with that if it's written well. Let's talk about a character that many people still think is alive, and I don't. I think he's gone, and I don't think he's coming back. And honestly, I kind of hope he doesn't come back because his conclusion was very good in the last season. The reason why I'm so confident is because with Eddie, we actually see him die. This isn't like Jim Hop in season 3 where we didn't see his body and we were just meant to believe he was dead. We see Eddie's body, and that's why I don't think he's going to return. Max is 1000% escaping the coma with the help of Eleven, maybe with the help of another character. I'm not too sure yet, but there's no way she's going to spend the whole season in the coma. At the end of the day, they've fake teased her death twice already, and both times were extremely believable. By the way, I nearly cried on both occasions. God damn it! In my mind, it's safe to say she's going to be good. There are loads more predictions and theories out there that I will cover at a future date, but for now,